Alright, so I've had about 2 days or so of 3 cats going in these boxes. I have one of my first prototypes here, very small, but they still use it, and a bigger one here. And if you're going to put a lid on it, I recommend even taller than this one. As you can see, the cat is nearly the height of the box as it is, let alone having dirt in there. But, you know, let's see these things sift a lot of poop and pee. They've been going in this for 2 days or more. Can't even remember. Been busy at work. But you just tilt everything in. And I mean, you can lift this out with one finger. It's no effort, little effort.
I can't do it with one finger though.
Well,
so maybe you can, but not everybody.
You just gotta tilt it right. I'll show you on the next one. So I put this in there. So you know that's the little one. The little one is just not the best. All you have to do is pull it and swivel it on the floor, tilt it. A lot easier to tilt a box than to lift the entire thing. And you just tilt everything in, and then you just tilt this as well. That's kind of the secret. And then you pull it out. And you can do it with just a finger and a thumb. And, you know, I did spill a little bit on the floor, but I'm not completely paying attention. And, you know, that's quite a bit there. I've had some comments on my other videos saying that that's not very much poop, because I normally do this every day. I don't let it sit for 2 days. And dump it in. Set it down. And you tilt the litter into the one side so you can put the scoop back in. And my prototype, you know, making one yourself isn't going to be the best because there is a gap between the bottom and the scoop, but you can put so much litter in here that it's not going to be an issue. But every once in a while they'll dig so far down that the pee will trap around the holes like some other sifting litter boxes have problems with. But you just bang the scoop and the chunks fall off, and you use the scooper, so don't throw it away quite yet, and you can scoop out the pieces that fell off. It's really easy. If they stick to the sides of the box, hit the side of the box, the poop or pee that has stuck to the side will come off super easy. This design is better than anything else out there. You got high walls. You can fabricate it with a door or without. If you're going to use the typical box sizes, go ahead and film her in there. But yeah, if you're going to use the typical box sizes, then I would recommend not putting a lid on it. Otherwise, you need to find one that's at least 20 inches tall, and so the cat can be inside the box with a lid. But you know, even with a full-size typical house cat, she can find space to get in there, stick her head up on either side of the handle. It's definitely really crowded, but you know, I've seen a lot of litter boxes that are on the market that are not handmade that are more crowded than that one, like the Omega Paw litter box. It looks huge, but on the inside, like half of the bottom of the box is taken up by this sifter device. This thing, the sifter device, takes up no extra space. You got the high walls. It's got pretty much anything and everything that someone could desire from a litter box. Almost no problems to it whatsoever. Only that sometimes the litter will stick to the holes as mentioned before, but you just give it a good bang if it happens at all and scoop up the pieces that fall off and you're good to go. And that's it. Here's that Omega Paw litter box I was mentioning. It's in my shed, don't even use it anymore. I probably just need to sell it. But on the inside you can see that this grate, this sifter mechanism, takes up this entire bottom corner of the box. So the actual usable space for your cat to do its business is about half of the surface area of the bottom of the box. And in order to clean the thing, it at first seemed like an ingenious idea. You have to tilt it on its roof a little bit, and all the pieces fall onto the roof and then into this scoop that you pull out from the side. But the big problem with that is if the stools are still wet, or even if your cat is sick, has a little bit of diarrhea, all of the diarrhea is going to go into the slits. It's going to get clogged in there. And when you tilt it onto the roof, it's going to burst apart. It's going to get all over the roof. It's going to become one big stinky, nasty mess. Now, this isn't the usual case. Most of the time you have adult cats that are going to be healthy, but if you're fostering cats like I used to, then it can be a nightmare. And this box, the way it's designed, these closing features do not close very good. And so I just super glued the whole thing shut, and that's why I haven't lifted the top to show things on the inside easier, because I glued the whole thing together to make it so it didn't separate and leak litter out the seams. So definitely a good idea, but it has some major drawbacks in certain circumstances, and the sifting mechanism just takes up a whole lot of real estate. And then your other common sifting boxes. So this is the type of sifting box that rotates. The other sifting boxes that are a sifter inside of a sifter, I don't really have one to show you because I sold mine. Well, they require a ton of lifting. You have to lift the entire box. The most common design for years was a sifter inside of a box inside of a box. You lift the sifter, you dump it, but in order to get the sifter underneath the clean litter, you have to put it into a second box, pour the litter over the top, and then put it under. So you're lifting the entire box and all of its litter 2 times. You have to lift it to dump it over, and you have to lift it again to put it inside the litter box. Then you have brands that, like the Loop, that came up with staggered sifters so that you have 3 sifter boxes, one in another. There's no solid box, but the sifting holes are staggered so it doesn't leak all the way through. And what this did was it removed the need to lift the box of litter and pour it on top of the sifter. You could just pick it up and put it underneath and continue to do that over and over and over. But you're still lifting the entire box one time. No one wants to lift an entire box of litter every single day. I don't. The old lady down the street doesn't. No one wants to lift an entire box of litter every single day. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for all the many views and even subscribers and likes and comments on my video. It's really kind of taken off recently. It's really cool to see that. And I thought I'd make another video in appreciation to, and also to answer some questions, to show the litter box in action with more poop and pee in it, because I know one of the comments was that it didn't show very much being dumped out, because I usually take care of it on a daily basis, but this time it went for 2 or 3 days. I don't even remember. I was just really busy and like, hey, this is a great opportunity to video it. So enjoy that.